Nigerians are flying the cheapest fares in the world, domestically.
The cheapest?
The cheapest, and I'll prove it to you now. Let's go. Can we do it?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I will go to...
Are you talking about this season or generally?
Not this season, generally. Generally, even this season. Nigerians are paying the cheapest. For instance, go and Google Delta Air. Now, as we sit down here, Google Delta Air. Do Atlanta to Charleston. Atlanta to Charleston is about less than 50 minutes flight.
Yes.
So it's like going to Owerri or thereabouts.
Yes.
Today, he's selling, in 2 weeks' time, say Google 5th of January, so that will give some time. If I do today, you say, oh, it's so because it's today. Just put 5th of January there. You'll be seeing about $400 and something.
But we can't use America alone for comparison.
No, I'm coming.
If we use Europe, for example,
no, I'm coming.
You know that there are options in Europe.
No, I'm coming to
very
that.
Cheap flights.
No,
you know your what do they call them?
No, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Blue, exactly. Spirit.
No. See, aviation is the same aviation worldwide. We buy our spares from the same market. You buy your aircraft from the same market. In fact, they're even a better state than us. What of the financing? They borrow money at 2%. Nigeria Airlines borrow at 35%. The next shop, they could get their spare parts from the next, or engines from the next shop. In fact, the same airport where they operate from, the MRO might be there. For the Nigerian airline to do any maintenance that requires base maintenance, you have to ferry your aircraft, spending about $400,000. Just ferry alone. If you want to buy your engine, you can pay as much as $1.5 million to bring back your engine. He doesn't pay maybe more than $10,000 to move the engine from one point to the other. And when you talk about, when you talk about not Europe or whatever, you cannot compare. It's the same aviation, the same amount of money, the same dollar. Nothing is produced in Nigeria. So 1 hour flight costs over $400 out there. When you go to...
What did you get?
That's what I was trying to tell you. Say,
You
for a
get
main cabin, it's $459. Delta Comfort, $549. Business class, $609.
Now,
one way trip.
Round trip. I did a round trip.
No, I'm talking about one way.
Oh, do you want me to do one way?
Do one way. You will get $399 for 2 weeks' time. Then, maybe in the morning. In the afternoon, is about 400 and something. But the basics, $399. When you multiply that by 1,500, you'll be getting over 600,000. If it's 400, you're getting almost 800,000. In Nigeria, we still have tickets for 125,000. Yeah. We have tickets for 115,000 naira, which is less than $60. Why don't you understand why the mortality rate of airlines in Nigeria is so high? The worst world over. Over 80 airlines have come and gone. Then you talked about Europe. Last night I went in to do
one
BA.
It's $494.
Exactly. You see?
$509 for Delta Comfort one way.
Now, you do British Airways to Manchester. It's less than 50 minutes flight, and you'll be getting about £287. How much is that? You're talking over almost 600,000, 500 something thousand naira already, and that is a 40 minutes flight. And when you come to and over there, no frills. You just go into the aircraft, they give you only water. In Nigeria, everybody wants to eat eba and pounded yam on the aircraft. If you don't give, it's a problem. So please, they should let Nigerian Airlines be. Enough is enough.
Just see the way Mr. Allen Onyema was lying. He was just spewing lies because he was protecting his business. That is what they do. That is the reason when these so-called businessmen in Nigeria are having issues with the government, I stay neutral. I would neither support them nor support the government because I know that their issues with the government is because there is a disagreement somewhere. But if they are on the same page with the government, they don't care about the people. They don't care about Nigerians. You sat there comparing Nigeria, a third world country, to US. You were comparing Nigeria to US. You forgot that the minimum wage in US is different from the minimum wage in Nigeria. You forgot. When you said $400, I was expecting you to say 400 or 500 naira in Nigeria. Why did you convert? Why did you convert? Since you wanted to do a comparison, you would have done it based on the country's currency. Why did you have to convert? When you got to Nigeria, you wouldn't have converted. You wouldn't have converted. You all are just out for your personal gain. I know that any businessman is out for his personal gain. But don't sit there lying, doing unnecessary comparison. And you forgot that the country you are comparing Nigeria to is far ahead of Nigeria. You cannot compare their minimum wage over there and our minimum wage here. All in a bid to protect your business. You sat there and you were lying to yourself. You were lying to yourself. When these businessmen are having issues with the government, they pretend as if they care about the citizens. They pretend as if they have the interest of the citizens at heart. That is what they do. And then they start speaking in favor of the citizens, making it look like they are fighting for the citizens, trying to prove to the citizens that the government is the problem. Meanwhile, they are fighting for their personal interests. If it is not in their favor, they are not on the same page with the government. That is when they remember the citizens. They use the citizens to fight for their personal interests. And you see people start praising them, just as they were praising Dangote about a week ago or 2 weeks ago when he was having issues with Farouk. They were praising him, thinking that he was fighting for the interest of Nigerians. When they are not on the same page with the government, they use the citizens as a shield. They make it look like they are fighting for the citizens. It is a lie. They are fighting for their personal interests, their personal gain. If they are on the same page with the government, they would not think about you. They would not think about your interests. They only think about your interest or pretend to think about your interest when they are not on the same page with the government. Because they know that when they are able to win the love of the people, automatically they would win the government. That is what they do. Haven't you noticed the pattern? They are all out for their personal interests. Why are you comparing Nigeria with America? When you were mentioning dollars and pounds, for instance, when you said $400, I expected you to say 400 naira or 500 naira at most. Why did you have to convert? You are comparing Nigeria to other countries and you are converting the currency. Why are you converting? If you must do a comparison, do it in all ramifications. Look at their minimum wage. Their minimum wage over there, is it the same thing as the one here? Can you compare? Can you compare the development over there with the one here? Can you compare? You sat there talking rubbish. Selfish businessmen. I don't blame you people. The government does not even care about the people. So you all are out for your interests. You also do not care about the people. Rubbish. Selfish people.